This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. This is an informative article that the Hero put out. Highly recommend reading it if you're into the rental business, but also along the lines of short-term rentals because, as you may or may not know, our mayor always advocates that he's all about property rights, but he's for the short-term rental, which is anti-property rights. And basically, the people within where I live, the city of Venice, cannot partake essentially in Airbnb with that short-term rental restrictions out there. Um, but it was interesting in the amount of money the local governments can bring in these tourism dollars. And I don't know if the wise leaders ever looked into this, but so back to this article, they wrote it and they basically said that the statistics on rentals during spring training leads Sarasota County to be one of the top markets for Airbnb rentals during spring training season. And it's a mega in terms of revenue from tax dollars that are being brought in. Now they signed this new agreement with Airbnb, Sarasota County did, where they streamline the collections of the local tourist development tax, and basically it ensures that the right taxes are being paid and that zoning allow rules are adhered to. Before, I guess what it used to be is someone would rent out their house and they would calculate the taxes, and the county would have to take them for their word. With that, you had a lot of tax dodging, you had a lot of inaccuracies, and a lot of dollars that were slipping away, especially if you look at the fact with these numbers that came in. Basically, there's more than 6,600 guests that stayed at over 700 homes or local hosts because they're not all homes uh, during spring training. So it's a makeup. And host basically the rental incomes that came in were over around 1.86. It's being reported from the Herald million. That's in the millions. So it's a booming business. It's something that a lot of the local economies enjoy, especially with the need for those tax dollars and the want for those tax dollars. Unfortunately, and it's only with Airbnb, so it's a little confusing. And this doesn't go into effect until May 1st in a couple weeks. So right now they're still out there. If you're doing the Airbnb thing, you have to calculate and turn it into the county. And the first, it changes everything with them. But this doesn't impact the other individuals. It, the other Airbnb type companies that are out there, you still have to calculate and submit the tourist dollars to the county in regards to those companies. And like I said, you still have to do it with Airbnb until the first when this new agreement comes in place. So interesting. Hop over to the Herald, read that article. It was very interesting. I just summarized what I read on it. So this has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.